do you believe Canada is prepared for national security threats?
I suppose it depends on what the threat is, whether it's domestic or international. I think in both cases, we have good international ties, we have good trade relations with a bunch of other countries, and so I think we are well equipped for any and all national emergencies.
Well, we've had the great luxury of living between two giant oceans. And so you can't imagine what you haven't experienced. People have often moved to this country to get away from violence and to get away from war. So we've been populated by people who are seeking peace and willing to be better neighbors with each other. And so that idea that we're here because it's safer is something that we also believe in a way that is kind of magical. And so we hope that we're a model for the world rather than vulnerable to the world.
I think we'd be able to handle it, but especially with all the stuff that's kind of going on in the world right now, it really depends on the scale. I think we'd be okay, but if there's something, if something gets out of control with what's going on in the world, really it'd be tough for any country.
Probably you could, but given the might of some of the competition, I would think that you'd be swamped and need help from America or England or Europe or NATO, yeah.
No, I don't think so. I had a son in the armed forces and a nephew in the armed forces, and I don't think they do enough to train them or spend enough money to prepare. They have people, but I know firsthand what they do, and they don't do enough. They don't do enough training. They don't have the equipment to do their jobs, so they're underutilized as far as I'm concerned. And we should have the capability to be prepared, and we're not.
I think you can always be a bit more prepared, but how much further are we willing to go without and give up certain, things that we take for granted now? So it's a trade-off.
I hope so. I think we all like to feel safe and go to sleep at night, and we have a newborn son, so we're always hoping that leadership is competent and is prepared for that always. And I always have faith in our leadership, especially in Canada. So. Tentatively, yes. Yes, until I have a reason not to, yes, I do.
No, definitely not. Depends on, it depends on what comes up. But yeah, no, I don't think we're prepared at all. We never have been. We weren't prepared for the first war. We weren't prepared for the second war or Korea, quite frankly, until we got into it, and then it starts. I'm just, been a student of history all my life, and all you got to do is look back and see how well prepared we were. By the end of the Second War, we were a big deal.
I think militarily and from the security agency's point of view, we're probably okay. From a general population point of view, I think there's maybe a certain degree of a certain blasé approach to the world that it'll never happen here, and I think that's wrong. I think that we've got not a very good chance, but there's certainly a possibility of something becoming quite significantly dangerous to us all from a national security point of view, whether that's truck convoys, whether it's an outside intervention from some country, and that can be a physical intervention, it could be a cyber attacks or whatever.
Well, I don't think it's just coming right now, but eventually, yes, if we don't deal with the situation at hand, that's where we are going. But if it's an immediate threat right now, I don't think so. But at the same time, we need to start working right now to make sure that does not eventually happen.
Yeah, I totally think so. I think that sadly, COVID gave a voice through the internet to people that wouldn't normally have that kind of platform and that side of impact. And I think that is absolutely a concern, but I don't think that it's more Canada. I think that's just countries that are now able to hit that sort of population.
I doubt our ability to react cohesively to any large threat, illness, or anything like that. So yeah, I'm a little hesitant to believe that leadership can really get organized quickly and effectively.
I'm not quite sure of that. They should be, if they're looking ahead. There's lots of stuff going on. But are they ready? I don't know.
No. We will only find out if there is a threat. We'd like to think that under the surface something is happening, and that we won't have to show our strength if that happens. But it's not widely advertised, and maybe that's part of the protocol.
I think they're semi. I don't see their full capacity of keeping us safe, because when it comes to that kind of stuff, you don't mess with it. You stay on top of it, man. You stay on top of that all the time. No questions asked.
As much as any country, I think. I think we're known for our technology, and you know, it's a technological approach that's required today. So I don't know. Again, this is a trust issue. Do I trust our government? Do I trust the agencies that are responsible for, you know, safety? Because it's a safety issue, really. Threats. I don't know. It's really difficult to say. I feel we're very poorly informed, and a lot of it's around the silencing and controlling of open journalism.
And also, Canada's not so much in a favored nation status anymore. We actually have some enemies out there. China, that's never happened before. Everybody liked Canada. You know, we were everybody's friend, and now we do have some enemies out there. So, yeah, I think it'll be something. There will be enough budget put in to prepare us. I'm sure there's going to be rehearsals or whatever they do to make sure they are prepared. So yeah, I feel confident that's going to happen.